So today I'm doing another little adventure close to home, not Golden Ears this time, on the other side of Golden Ears. I'm gonna do a little paddle. Picked up a pack raft and I'm going to paddle across the Pitt River, get into a little tidal slough called Widgeon Slough, and paddle into a campground there. And then there's a trail that goes from that campground to a waterfall, and then past that it goes up to Widgeon Lake, which is quite a bit further. And I'm not gonna go all the way to Widgeon Lake this time because it's just a kind of a first time out exploratory trip, just to see what it's like, and also this is the first time I'm going to be using my pack raft, which is a Kokopelli Rogue Lite. That's what I've got right now. I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to give it a shot and see if it's the right one for me. What I love about it is lightweight. It's only about 5 pounds, so it doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles, but it's very light. Still quite capable. It's capable of up to probably maybe class 2 rapids, but then again, I'm not running class 2 rapids. That's not where I'm at this stage. Right now I'm looking more flat
Stay in the
water
left 2 lanes.
and alpine lakes, and possibly some floating down class 1 rapids or very flat water. So that's my goal. But right now this is my first little trip, and I'm going to give it a shot and see how it goes, and I'll check in with you when we get to the launch point. So I'm just sitting here at Widgeon campsite. I paddled in Widgeon Slough. Didn't get any video on the way in because I packed the GoPro into the bag, into the big the semi-dry duffel. It's got a zipper, so it's not perfectly a dry bag, but it's fairly water resilient. This is the view from my campsite across like sort of the picnic area, and you can kind of just see the outline of the slough, the little creek there. There's a family just arriving. They're cheering because they finally made it. Took an hour and 40 minutes. The wind and current was not necessarily always favorable. I don't know if it was about 50-50 though, so sometimes it was good, sometimes it was against. I think there's kind of like an eddy that happens. So my theory is that the tide comes in. I saw the tide line. The tide line was just at the entrance to the slough. But I think that the tide goes mostly up Pitt Narrows there, Grant Narrows, and then into Pitt Lake. And then that, because of the direction of the slough, I believe it's kind of drawing it back eddy. Does that make sense? Like, so the main river, or the main body of water, Pitt River, that's becoming Pitt Lake, is moving along. The tide's coming in, and I saw the tide line. It was right where the entry of the slough was. I went through it, and as soon as I got in, I was fighting like outward current from the slough. I would have thought it would have turned, but maybe I was in front of the tide because I crossed the tide line, so it would have been. Anyways, so I was kind of going, it was like a back eddy. It was kind of pulling the current out. So whatever, it is what it is. It's not a long paddle, 4.5K, but there's a lot of really shallow spots because I was at relatively low tide, and I had to get out of the boat a bunch of times. So did a lot of other people. Like, the pack raft was great. So this is the new thing I've got here, pack raft. So this is the pack Packraft that I picked up. It's pretty sweet. It's super light. I mean, it only weighs 5 pounds, like just the seat and the came in on this. It's not the fastest, most efficient kayak I've ever paddled, but then I've paddled some really efficient ones, so I know what it's like when you're in a jet. And then, so there's that, Kokopelli Rogue Lite. And then I got the tent, which is, this is the first time I've used the Staika, Hilleberg Staika, and this is a sweet tent. I set it up once at home. It's used. It was actually well used by a couple that did a big, huge, mega long bike packing tour. So they slept in it pretty much every night for close to a year, I think. But it's a Hilleberg and it's still in great shape. So the Alac is a little different because it's got parallel entrances, but you can see these ones are offset. So you have, like, if you look, I can look through the tent here, but it's on like kind of like mirrored style, and the Alac's different. It's got the 2 panels at the one end. So if you were to take that opening and move it to the right 1 more panel and put the entrance there, it would be like, that's an Alac design. Pretty sweet. Hey, how's it going? How far did you guys go?
We just had to explore it up to like down there.
Yeah, how far about is it to the end?
About like just less than 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Cool.
far. I could like hear like some people from the camp, so it's like maybe even a couple minutes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Take care.